all, I hope you all are well. So welcome back. Now today we are going to discuss a little bit different topic. Today we are going to discuss something different from the chemistry portion because today we are going to discuss something related to the calculation parts when we are doing the numericals. So a very important topic related to that we are going to do. So let's start. The name of the topic is significant figure. As the name is also suggesting significant, it means important. Okay, figure. Now what is this significant figure and what we are going to discuss here? Actually, now when the students move to the higher classes like grade 11 or grade 12 and they have to solve lots of numerical problems, so the answer used to come in many figures. Like suppose students is solving a question and the answer will be coming like 0.001223 and so 8.009453. So if these number of the figures are coming during the calculation, so in order to shorten this calculation or in order to shorten the value which is found after the calculation, we have to use the significant figure. Okay, significant figure means the accurate figure which is of important in that calculation, which is the important figure in the whole calculation. So that is known as significant figure. And for finding those significant figure, there are some rules. So we have to follow all those rules to find the significant figure. So let's see what are the rules for finding the significant number in a certain figure. Now we are going to do it one by one. So first rule is that all the non-zero digit are significant. All the non-zero digit are significant. Okay, it means I am giving you an example. Suppose I am writing 500. Okay, now in this case if you see there is only one non-zero digit which is 5. So here the number of the significant figure is going to be 1. That is only one significant figure is or significant number is going to be there. Okay, then the second rule is all the zeros, if we are talking about the zeros, before or after non-zero digit are non-significant. They are not considered to be significant. That is the zeros which may present before the non-zero digit or which may present after. The example for that I can give you. Like suppose if we have value 005, okay, or we have value like 100. In this case what you will see that two zeros are present before the non-zero digits, so the number of significant number figure will be counted as 1 only. Now in this case also, as we have seen in the first example, that the zeros which are coming after the non-zero cannot be considered as significant. So only one can be considered as significant. So only one is going to be the significant figure in this case. Okay. Now the third rule is there. Zeros before decimals are non-significant. Okay, like I will give you an example. If I will write 0.001, then in this case all the zeros which are counted before the decimal are considered to be the non-significant only. So only one significant number will be counted here. Okay, that is one significant number is going to be there. Okay, that is one thing. Now one more thing, that zeros after the decimals. Okay, the next rule is there, that is fourth rule. Zeros after decimals, zeros after decimal, okay, followed by non-zero are significant. They will be counted as significant. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? Suppose I am writing 5.00. Now in this case, these zeros are followed by a non-zero digit after decimals, so they will be considered, all will be considered significant. So here the number of significant figure will be 3. So there will be 3 significant number here. Okay, so that is how it should be. One more rule is there. If zeros followed after non-zero and decimal is placed, then they are significant. Okay, then they are considered significant. Now what is the meaning of this thing? Try to understand with examples. Suppose I am writing 500. If you see the first example, there also I have written 500 and only one significant number is there, that is 5. Okay, but if I am writing the same value but after the 0 there is a decimal, okay, then all the zeros which are present before the decimal, as they are followed after the non-zero digit, that is the condition, they should be followed after the non-zero digit, then they can be considered as significant. Okay, so they will be considered as significant. So here 3 significant number is going to be there. Okay, so let's see the example one by one again. If non-zero digits are there and zeros are there, only non-zero can be considered as significant. If zeros are present before or after, they will be always considered significant. Okay, if zeros with before decimal is present in certain digit, then they cannot be considered as significant number. If zeros after the decimal will be present and followed, means that before the decimal there will be a non-zero digit, then they can be considered as the significant number. If zeros are followed after the non-zero digit and then the decimal is placed, then also all the zeros can be considered as a significant number. So that is how it should be. Now we are going to solve some examples for you, so you can get the help that how we can calculate. To see some examples to calculate the number of significant figure, like the first example is there. If you can see, in the case of the first example, if you see, there are 100, as already told you in the rules, that if the non-zero digit is there and after that zeros are followed, then only non-zero digit will be considered as significant. So in this case, only one significant number is going to be there, that is 1. I have already underlined, you can see. Now in the second case, it is 100 but decimal is there. I told you in the rule also that if the non-zeros are followed after the non-zero digit and then decimal is placed, then all the zeros can also be counted as significant. So in this case, all 3 are going to be counted as the significant number. Then we see the other one. Now you can see here the non-zero is followed after the zeros, so zeros cannot be considered as the significant, so only 1 will be considered here as a significant number. Then we move to the next. If the decimal values are there, before decimal if zeros are there and again there is no non-zero digit before, then all the zeros will be considered as non-significant, so only the non-zero will be considered here as a significant, so only 1 again going to be counted as a significant. Okay, so then we see to the next example. if it is 5.00, now in this case, if zeros are followed after the decimal and there should be a non-zero digit present before the decimal, then all will be considered as significant. So all three will be considered as significant number here. Then we move to the next part. Here again you can see 0 is there before decimal and after decimal also, but before that a non-zero digit is present, then all will be considered as significant number. So all three will be counted as significant. Then the next example is there. Now this is a unique thing where zeros is coming in between the non-zero digit. If 0 will be coming in between the non-zero digit, then again all will be considered significant. Okay, so all three will be counted here as a significant number. Then again we can see the zeros are present before decimal and after decimal also, and in between the non-zero digits are also there. So they are coming all in between the non-zero digits, so all will be considered as significant. Then in this case there is a decimal, before that a 0 is there, but there is non-zero digit, there is no non-zero digit, so it will be not considered as a significant, so as this one, so as this one. Then after that the non-zero digit is present and a 0 is trapped between them, so these three only will be considered as significant. So what we conclude, so in this case only 1, increase this only 3, in this case 1, in this case again 1, in this case if you see all 3, in this case again 3, in this case again 3, in this case all, it means all 5, and in this case again 3. So that is how you determine the number of significant figure. You can see all this, that is how you can determine it and you can use in your calculation. Okay, so that is how we find or we determine the number of significant figure in any value or any digit given to you. Okay, now we are going to see some examples when we are doing calculation. Then after the calculation, how many answer, what our answer should be. Like suppose I am doing any calculation, multiplication or division, then after the multiplication and division, whatever the answer is coming, that should be coming in a certain significant figure. So how to determine that we are going to see in some examples. So students, now we are going to see that how we are going to use or find the significant number in our answers when we are doing the calculations or multiplication, division, addition and subtraction. Now what you should take care, that whenever you are doing the multiplication, division or addition or subtraction, that what is the minimum significant number digit or the values which you are having in that calculation. Like I can give you an example here. If you see 4.231 is added to 3.51. So when I will add it, it will be coming like 1, 4, 7, 7. So it is coming 7.741. Now in these two digits, if you see, the minimum number of the significant figure is this one, which is 1, 2, 3. Only 3 are there, where here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer should be in the minimum significant number, that is 1, 2, 3. So it should be coming in 3 digits only, that is 7.74. So we are considering only 1, 2, 3, these 3 as a significant figure. So our answer should be coming 7.74. If we are removing one digit, like here we are removing 1, then we have to follow the rules of rounding of the values. If the value is greater than 5, then we can increase that value, like we can write it as, if suppose that value is coming like 7.745, then in that case we 7.746, then we can write it as 7.75. Okay, so we have to follow the round of rules. Now we will see one more example. If we, this is the question, like 45300 plus 176.21. so here if you write the answer, it will be coming 67454. This is the answer which is coming, but number of the significant figure, which is the minimum value, here in the first case it is only 1, 2, 3, because non-zeros cannot be considered as significant and there is no decimals over so there. And in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 5 digits are there. So minimum significant number in this whole calculation is 3. So our answer should be in 3 significant figures. So we have to round off the value till this point. Okay. So if you remove 2, 1, 6, 7, if you means the last value which you are going to remove is 7, which is greater than 5. So the value will become 455. Okay, and then for the rest of the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, we can use the decimal, but actually we have to write our answer in the minimum value, that is 3. If we put decimal, then those zeros can also be counted as significant, and these also. So we don't want that. So our answer should be like this, 45500. So that is going to be our answer. Okay. Now we'll see one more example like this, like if it is 563.105. So this is our answer. Okay. Now in this also, if you see, the number of significant is only 1. Okay, minimum value, and here it is 4. So minimum answer should be in one significant figure, so we have to round off all this. So our answer should be 5 only, then rest we can put zeros like this. We cannot put decimal, because if we put decimal, then others value can be also counted as significant. Okay, so that is how our answer should be. Now one more example is there. Instead of addition we use subtraction, suppose. Okay, so here it is 7, 15, 7, 8, then 12, 4 also 8, then 4, 2, 2. So our value is coming 2.887, sorry, 523. So our value is coming 3.887. Now if you see in this value, there are total 1, 2, 3, 4 significant value, and here it is 1, 2, 3. So our answer should be in the minimum 3. So we have to round off this value. So our answer is going to be 3.89, because when you remove 7, the other value is going to increase by 1. So it becomes 3.89. So that is going to be our answer. So like that you can find the answers in case of the multiplication, addition and subtraction. Now we move to the other part, that is the multiplication and division. If you see, when we multiply these two values, like 279 multiplied by 83, the answer is coming 23157. Okay. Now if you see, there are two values which is minimum here as a significant number, other value is 3. So our answer should be in two significant value. So only 2 means we can consider only these two digits and rest up to 0. So we have to round off the value. If you remove 7, it becomes 6. If you remove 6, it becomes 2. So our answer should be 232. But when you remove 2, it becomes 3 only. So rest we can use as zeros, and that is going to be our answer. So that is how we can solve this kind of a problem. So only two significant values are going to be there. Then this example is there, like when you multiply 5 into 8.4, it's coming 42. If you see, the minimum value is 4. So our answer should be 40, because when you remove 2, it cannot increase the other value by 1. Okay, but suppose in the similar type of the question, similar time I am saying, suppose our answer will be 46, and then you have to round off the value, then you have to write 50, because when you remove 6, it will increase by 1, because our answer should be in two significant figure. Okay, that is why we are doing this. Now one more example, that is of division. 32.6 is divided by 2.8. Okay, when you divide this value, you will find 11.64286. This is the answer coming. Now important thing is that here 2.8 is having minimum significant value. Okay, so because 32.6 will be having 3, so our answer should have only two significant value. So it means we have to round off the value till 11. Okay, and then the rest up to the zeros. So if you remove 6, 8 or whatever, the last value which is going to be removed is greater than 5. So when it is greater than 5, then our answer is coming 12. Okay, so the answer will be like this only. So our answer is going to be 12 while after rounding the value, because it should be in the significant figure having only two values. Now the last is coming, last part. Okay, where 464.6895 is divided by 12.145, and the answer is coming 38.2617944948. Okay, so this is the values coming. Now important thing is that we have to count the minimum value. For this 3 plus 4 7 are there, and this 2 plus 3 5. So minimum answer should be in 5 significant figure value. So we have to remove 8, we have to remove 9, we have to remove 4, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to this part we have to round off. So last value which is going to be removed is greater than 5. So our answer should be 38.262. Okay, that is going to be increased by 1, and that is how the answer should be in minimum 5 significant figure value. So whenever you are doing addition, subtraction or the multiplication or division, you have to see that which is the smallest significant number in this calculation, so answer should be in that number. Okay, so that is how you can solve the addition, subtraction and division, and you can find the significant values. That is the value with the accuracy, that is a value which is having important in that whole calculation. Okay, so this is the part for the significant figure, that is how you can use it. Now one more video I am going to make in later on for solving the logs and how to solve the calculation using logs. Later on I will be making video on that. Okay, so that is all for today. Goodbye students, subscribe my channel and share it to maximum. See you in the next video.